Welcome to the Discipleship Podcast. Pastor Josh here.
Alan here. Yeah.
And as you have noticed, Pastor Alan, meron na
Yan.
tayong
Meron
mukha.
na mukha. Dati puro boses lang. But now we're on
Yes.
screen.
Yeah, and maybe some of you are listening sa mga audio platforms. Again, we just want you to know if this is your first time, welcome to the Discipleship Stories Podcast, where we feature people from our church community, how they're following Jesus, how they're fishing for people, how they're valuing fellowship, and how it's giving such a positive impact in their families and their careers.
All right.
Okay,
Good.
so for today, we are featuring Balikbayan. Okay, of course, kakabalik lang nila from their mission field.
Yes.
And of course, we'll not mention the nation, but they came from a creative access nation. They had to learn the language,
Wow.
live among the people, and they've experienced the grace of God
Yes.
in their journey there.
And so without any further ado, let's call in Lyka and Buenazedacruz.
Hey, guys!
Thank you, Pastor Josh. Thank you,
Thank
Pastor
you for
Alan.
having us.
Yes.
Yeah, such an honor to be here. So ano ba, let us introduce ourselves
Yan,
muna.
sige.
Oo.
Please tell us
So
what.
baka hindi pa kami kilala ng mga
Yeah, of
listeners
course,
and
oo.
viewers natin.
The
So-
past 3 years, daming
Yeah.
nangyari. So, yeah.
So my name is Bu. This is my wife Lyka, and we have 3 kids. So dalawa nandito na ngayon sa sa Earth, and the other one is on the way. So we are missionaries to a restricted nation. And we are here in Philippines. So kakabalik lang namin after 3 years nga, as you mentioned earlier. So I'm a dentist by profession. Before God called me, us as a family, to go and make disciples of all nations.
So first question, anong toothpaste ang joke lang. Just Lyka, tell us about yours.
Nasabi naman na niya lahat.
Ayan.
Siguro, it's good to be back. It's good to see spiritual family again here in the Philippines.
Naiyak ka nung pagbalik mo
Oo.
from the plane going down ganun? Or,
3 years yun eh. To see church community again. Sarap lang.
Kasi
Sarap.
Pastor Alan, naalala ko nung first service niyo yata, Jello, one of our worship leaders, talagang nagulat, sinurprise mo Sinurprise siya, di ba? Hinag kayo. So grabe lang yung yung relationship ko na kahit 3 years and then the
Yeah,
connection.
yun ang maganda doon, Pastor Joash. Pagka yung binalikan mo talaga, you already develop deep relationships. Pag nagkita kayo ulit, parang, wow!
Yeah.
And for those who don't know Lyka and Boo, they've been, as I've said kanina, they've been here since the beginning. And so talaga marami na silang na-develop na deep relationships. And so kahit nawala sila ng 3 years, pagkita nila nung family nila dito sa Victory Green Hills, talagang iba rin yung dating. Talagang maiiyak ka. And I've seen their group, sina John Corpus,
Yan.
si Noy,
Yes.
tsaka sino ba yung
Yeah, sila Aaron,
Si
sila
Aaron.
yung mga
Oo.
usual no?
yung mga hindi mo
Talagang
nakikita dati.
nagbalikan.
Balikan! Yeah.
Because of the relationship, no?
Tama.
So yun talaga yung Actually, yung theme na ating pagpapatuloy, why we invited you here. In the next few episodes, we'll be talking about the value of church community.
That's good.
And how do we thrive and how do we really intentionally fight for yung relationships na meron tayo sa local church. Because a lot of people, even in the past pandemic, di ba, parang they became Christians, they became believers virtually. No, pero of course, others are not yet really intentionally going in person with that local church. And so we hope to inspire you, if you're one of them, to really consider forming in-person talaga relationships with the church. Ayan, so siguro let's talk about yung experience. Can you tell us about your experience being there almost 3 years, and how was it? Yung church community doon, as a missionary starting up a church, and dito sa na-experience yung growing up.
And siguro coming from here na sobrang Christian, dami nating Christians dito, di ba? And pwede mag-worship anytime in our own language, Tagalog, English. Tapos going to a country na iba yung language, yun yung talagang unang challenge. So we started yung missionary work namin doon. So wala pang service, so nagre-rent lang on a Sunday kasi merong mga students na nagjo-join, international students. Pero yun nga, pandemic hit. So 4 months after we arrived, that nation, Tapos, nawala lahat ng estudyante. Pinabalik sila yung mga Indians, mga Bangladesh, lahat sila umalis. So, we were left with 3 locals sa bansa na yon. Ayun. Pero iba kasi yung mentality doon eh. Parang aside from the Russian that you have to speak to them in that language, iba yung mentality. Sobra silang, tough sila eh. So, it's so hard to befriend people. Unlike here, di ba? Pwede ka lumapit sa kahit someone, no? Share ka ng gospel. Tapos, they would always accept, di ba? Prayers. Doon parang, ayoko.
Tell them about yung experience niyo, yung contrast ng mga Asian na welcoming. Di ba, you had an experience? Lyka, you wanna share that?
Yeah. So, si Boo mentioned na rin na Russian yung language. So, yeah.
Hulaan nila kung
Since
saan yun na malaki naman.
siya, post-Soviet Union country. Sa pagbalik namin, since 3 years kami nawala sa Pinas, parang sanay na kami na stiff lang yung mga tao, tapos hindi sila friendly. Even the waiters in the restaurants, hindi sila masyado palangiti. So pagdating namin, pagsakay namin ng eroplano, Korean airline kasi yung nabook namin. So, syempre, the flight attendant was, annyeonghaseyo. Tumingin si Bu sa akin. Na-touch ako. Nag-smile, tapos binati ako. Na-touch ako. Korea pa lang yun. Tapos, paglabag namin ng Pilipinas, ito na.
Mabuhay!
Mabuhay!
Kamusta ang biyahe?
Tapos sabi niya, touch ako. Ba't ganun? Sabi niya. Tapos sabi ko, grabe, ano ba to? Reverse culture shock ba yung tawag dito? Hindi na kami sanay. Anyway, yun.
Pero the beauty naman nun is even if we were far away from our church family here, so it's another opportunity na mag-start naman ng another spiritual family doon. So yeah, from that 3 locals na sinabi namin. So after 3 years, lumago yung church. So in the middle of pandemic, we rented a facility, an English learning center kasi bawal mag-start ng church eh. It's against the law. So we have to make it a front na meron tayong English language center on a weekday, but on a Sunday, it's a church. So yun, lumaki siya up to mga 50 to 60 and it's really God's work. Parang it's such a privilege lang talaga na gamitin ni Lord. We just have to show up and be faithful kung ano yung ibigay niya and He will make it grow talaga.
So paano kayo nagko-cope up ngayon? Kasi 3 years yung na-build nyo doon. And now you're back here. So I'm sure nami-miss niyo yung mga na-meet niyo doon. Parang anak-anakan niyo na yun eh. So how are you coping up now?
Siguro ako bilang lalaki, madali lang. Move on na agad eh. Pero of course, yeah, we miss them kasi nag-invest kami ng time ng buhay sa kanila. And si Lyka has mornings na iiyak na lang dahil nami-miss niya yung mga locals doon.
I'm sure. Even the people you work with and di ba, parang pinagsamahan.
Yeah.
Pero nagchat-chat pa kayo.
Yes, video calls regularly. And parang sila, they're claiming na, we know, babalik pa rin kayo dito. Season lang yan, ganon. So, na-encourage din naman kami sa kanila.
Sige, ano lang to, I know it's out of our script, but with your kids naman, how are they coping up? Kasi syempre, iba rin ang bata. Pag nakadiscover na ng mga barkada yan doon, medyo, di ba, tapos 3 years. So, how are they now?
So now, sobrang kami. We're so happy na we're back and our kids can experience ulit yung church community. Kasi doon, language pa rin yung challenge eh. So they speak English, so when kids their age hear them speak, so lalayo. So very few lang yan talagang makikipaglaro. And mahirap lumalim kasi may language barrier. So yun, so pagdating dito, yun, first na mga kids na na-expose yan with the family of Pastor Joash. Sobra kami naiyak na parang, wow, they can play and talk in their own language.
I'm sure they missed it.
Yes, sobra.
Tsaka pwede yung maingay sa restaurant. Yung mga ganun. Iba lang talaga.
Iba ang Pinoy.
I can imagine. No? Pero I'm sure you've grown to love them and really be compassionate with that people group in there. Yun yung difference, no, because of culture nga, church community doon tsaka dito. Actually, yun yung I want to learn from you, want to share here. Because yun nga, like what we said earlier, yung mga relationships na na-form nyo dito in your discipleship journey, sobrang strong na pagkabalik nyo, andyan pa rin sila. Alam mo yon, they're still growing, kahit iba na yung leaders nila.
That's good.
Ano yung mga personal best practices ninyo to yung foster friendships lang in the church community context? Talagang parang pamilya, parang paano yung ginagawa yun? Ayan.
Would you like
Ganun. Mga personal ano lang, mga, do you think? Like, I know one, si Lyka, tsaka si Bu, sobrang ano yan, Pastor Alan, yung the way they give gifts. Yung talagang inisip. I mean, grabe.
Oo
Kung meron
naman,
akong best gift
na-experience
giving
ko
award,
yan.
sila yung award ako ng
Yes.
gano'n. Yung mga ganun ba? How do you, aside from that, di ba, no? Yun yung, yeah, Lyka.
Hindi kasi kanina we were talking, ano ba? Parang same naman kami ng parang top of mind answer. The first would be really abiding in God. Yung kapit tuko ka talaga kay God. Before, yes, di ba? So, kasi kung, abiding in God and abiding with God's people, I guess, that would be top of mind. Because you cannot give what you don't have. So, we really saw or experience our relationship with other people grow or yung lumalim talaga kami. Nung lumalim din kami talaga with God na tipong kahit may mga offense, dali mag-forgive. Hindi madali, pero kaya by the grace of God. Yun.
So more than the practice of yung mga strategic gift giving ba yan? Or, kumbaga it's a result no? Parang because of yung love ni Lord, ni-realize nyo.
Yung minimeditate nga namin lately, in our quiet times, yun nga yung word na abide. So parang sabi ni Lord sa Bible na, as I abide in the Father, you abide in me. And then He called us friends. Dun sa passage na yun, sa John 15 yata yun. No? And yung friends is somebody, parang no greater love is like this, to lay down your life for a friend. Tapos, yung gano'n nga, yung laying down of life. Di ba? Yung life, ano yan shared lives, madalas natin naririnig yan And it's hard to do if we don't really hold on to God. And I remember a book na binasa ko dati, yung word na abide, ang ibig sabihin parang take shelter. To take shelter. So parang gano'n nga open mo yung bahay mo, invite mo yung mga tao. And I think that's the best practice kasi we experienced it. Diba? With sila Pastor Denny, sila Pastor Larry, kayo. Parang even as singles pa kami, 2007, they opened their house to us And parang to be felt na, uy, pinagkakatiwalaan ako ng taong to, di ba? Sa mga anak nila, pinapabantay, pinapababysit. So yun nga, we really can't give what we don't have. So ganun din ginagawa namin. Whatever we receive, syempre from God, yung love ni God. So gagawin din namin sa ibang tao. So maski mahirap. And then yung fruits, lumalabas na lang yan Hindi ka naman mag-e-effort talaga di ba? Tapos paglabas niyan, ayun, talagang mag-grow. It would... Yung ganun. We have one more thing. Yes, speaking about yung passage na yon, sabi ni Jesus, everything the Father tells me, I tell to you. So it's the concept of vulnerability. So, di ba, a true friend is somebody who will be vulnerable and open up, di ba? So yun yung talagang best practice din namin in terms of discipleship, small group. We make sure na tao kami. Kung may weakness kami, we'll open it up. Diba? Kung meron kaming mga problems, we open it up. So, and people find it genuine. Kasi hindi nila nakikita kami lang. Nakikita nila na, nagagawa nila yon kasi secure sila kay God.
Galing.
I think, that's a good picture also of relationship. Yun yung gusto natin makuha ng mga tao. That when you say relationship, it's not just confined in meeting on a victory group. It goes beyond it. Kaya nga siguro, kahit nawala sila ng 3 years, when they went back, talagang yung grupo nila, buong-buo pa rin Why? Because they've went beyond victory groups. And to those who are watching us and listening, yun naman po talaga yung gusto nating makita at mangyari dito sa church, wherein we consider one another as family and we're beyond meetings, beyond victory group.
Yeah. I wanna add lang, speaking of family, kasi nga, in-explain ni Bu kanina how we experience it firsthand din with our mentors, with our leaders here in church. Nalala ko lang dati, they would just, like si Pastor Larry, top of mind, his family, they would, diba, invite us anytime to their house. And minsan, wala namang pag-uusapan anything about the Bible or ano, but they just want to show us how they parent, how they do their family life, na they're not perfect, pero they love Jesus, na with their flaws and all. And then minsan cooking, ano naman, lessons naman kami ni Ate Yet, decorating Christmas tree, ganon. Yung ano lang, they just allowed us to experience shared lives. Yes. Yun.
And I think, Pastor Alan, no, like what you said, ito yung heart talaga natin na makuha ng mga tao na pagka nasa church tayo, of course, initially parang we try to put our best,
Best foot.
alam mo yung, di ba, pag sa parking, pagtapak mo sa church, nag-iibang anyo ka na. Pagbalik mo ulit sa mundo, parang, yun yung, I think, in being vulnerable na sinasabi ni Bu kanina, yung you trust that people in this community will accept you even with your struggles and your flaws.
Yeah.
Diba? And receive grace na sila mismo nare-receive din nila kay God. Right?
Sorry, can I add lang kasi parang,
Go.
wanna add lang din more on that. Yung parang, I feel like it's an important issue. Yung sabi nga ni Pastor Joash, yung parang best foot forward ka. Kasi ako din, parang na-experience ko siya before, nung bago pa lang akong nagli-lead ng small group, parang nahihiya ako to open up with the people I'm leading na about my struggles, na ito yung mga gino-go through ko. Parang best foot forward nga lagi, baka kasi hindi na nila ako pakinggan or what. And I noticed those people na hindi ko na-open upan ng heart ko, hindi ako naging vulnerable with, hindi kami lumalim. And then recently, just last week, we were having conversations with John and Kat. And they were telling us, parang ginagawa lang naman namin yung ginawa nyo sa amin. Kasi we were honoring them na in GGS. Sabi ko, pastora ka na dito. May simbahan ka na dito. Niloloko ko siya, pastora. Tapos, sabi na, ginagawa lang naman namin yung ginawa nyo. Ano bang ginawa namin? Wala. Winelcome nyo lang kami sa buhay nyo. Naging totoo lang kayo. Ramdam kasi namin pagka authentic. Meron siyang term na na parang ramdam din kasi ng tao pag project lang siya. Parang, uy, nakamusta na, check, ganon. Yung parang hindi intentionally building deep. So, yun.
Speaking of Pinrajek, nung nandun kami sa...
Nandun kami sa nation na yun.
Ganun din merong mga people na backsliders. So, they went to church, pero ayaw talaga nilang mag-accept kay Lord. Dahil sinasabi nga nila, alam ko yung mga Christians, pinaproject lang nila yan. Gusto lang nila i-convert. Pero balik siya ng balik. So sabi ko, ba't bumabalik to? Siguro may pinapormahan to.
Yeah.
Pero, yun nga, dumaan na sa kanya mga leader sa church. In-offer, 1-to-1 tayo, small group tayo. Sabi nung guy na to, alam ko na yan. Tapos nalaman namin, kasi yung dad niya, dating leader sa church. Tapos ang inaral niya for university, religions of central, Middle East. So, syempre, Islam, Christianity, alam niya lahat. Ang talino. Dinedebate niya kami. So, wala nang gustong kumausap sa kanya. So, in short, napagod na yung mga leaders. Invite siya. So, ito naman ako. Bro, laro tayo. Table tennis tayo, ganyan. Kain tayo, punta ka sa bahay. So, nakita niya yung buhay namin. So, long story short, after a year, naging close kami. Siya yung naging best friend ko doon. Then, sinabi niya sa akin, Bu, mula dumating ako sa Every Nation Church, in Russian, of course. Never ako nag-skip ng isang Sunday attending. Parang, I thought, akala ko lahat ng Christians, pare-parehas, mabait lang on a Sunday. Pero, iba yung ugali. Diba? Best foot forward ka. Pero hindi. Nakita ko yung buhay nyo. Diba? Yun lang. It's just simple as opening the house.
Wow.
Letting them see our life. And it would make an impact to people.
Tsaka sabi niya, naramdaman niya na hindi mo siya project. Parang he offered lang daw his friendship, sabi niya.
That's good. Yeah. And for those who are watching now, siguro you have to know the context also of this couple. They didn't start yesterday. Decades of journeying with God, yung abiding na sinasabi nila. And journeying with other people, that's a very important foundation eh. Abiding in God and abiding with people. Kasi when they said be vulnerable to the people that you know would really journey with you, na hindi lang siya best foot forward, pero merong mga ano doon, may kasamang correction yan, may rebuke, no? And so, yung nakikita nyo ngayon kay Bu and Lyka are siguro, if I would say it, bunga na to ng years of really journeying with God and with other people. Yeah. That's good.
And which is, siguro just to wrap it up, no, gusto ko lang manggaling din sa inyo, how can the church parang inspire the people, the members, the leaders to build that way, relationally, hindi lang, D-Day or group tayo, one-to-one. How can, us inspire them to take that way of advancing the kingdom? Talagang napaka-relational natin eh. Yun yung talaga, no? And we don't want that to be missed by the new people coming in. Ito nga, God brought them here in our family. We want them to get the same values na we have lived by.
Siguro yung talaga, parang babalik din dun eh. Yung kailangan, yung strength natin is coming from God. Diba? Yung dependence natin sa Kanya. We can be missional, diba? Like making disciples, pero kung wala tayo nung pinangahawakan ng word ni God, it's powerless. So, very important yung abiding in God and being deliberate, diba? In spending time with people who are fruitful. Diba? You spend time with them. Kami ganun eh, diba? Yung taong to, very good in relationships. I want to spend time with this person. Learn from him. Learn from them. So, would you like to add something?
What would Larry do?
What would Biruan namin.
WWL.
Pala, no?
WWLD.
Ninong.
Siguro, yung being proactive lang din. We started with just, because we always hear it being preached in church, being faithful with the little that you have. Kung isa lang muna yung winuwantuan mo or sinisharan mo about Jesus, just being faithful and being proactive. Kasi 'di ba when like we have our biological family, we know God assigned us to our specific biological family. But we also know na si God din yung nag-assign sa atin sa church family na to. And so kung part ka ng family, you're proactive. Hindi ka consumer mindset lang, di ba? You take part, naghuhugas ka ng pinggan, tumutulong ka maglinis, para hindi imbirn sa yung mga housemates. Hindi. Lalo na, di ba, kung matagal ka na, kung adult ka na at nakatira ka pa rin sa house na yan, ng parents mo. Ganon, di ba? You take part, you help.
So siguro know yourself. Importante din yan. Naalala ko, in this very room, nagsa-small group kami with Pastor Dennis. Sabi niya, kung si Pastor Larry, di ba, Lego principle. So, kung si Pastor Larry, Lego base yan.
People person.
People person,
Can
kahit
connect
dami
with-
pwede mag-connect.
Yeah.
Sabi ni Pastor Dennis, ako, siguro 2x1. Or 5, mga 4, ganyan, sabi niya.
Sabi niya.
4. Cebu, baka 1 lang.
Very introvert. Oo.
So parang ako, hindi ko alam kung ma-encourage ba ako. Oo, ba?
He's very introvert kasi.
Pero yun nga, being faithful with just that one.
Yes.
God will make it grow.
And we've seen it with you na ilan lang yung sinimulan mo but now they're fruitful in their own merits. Nandun na sila sa iba-ibang center. Fruitful pa rin sila, no?
Hindi lang sa discipleship,
Yeah.
like in their careers.
Even in their careers, yeah.
Iba talaga yung effect ng relationships. And I believe in nga, Pastor Al, it's the way we transmit the gospel,
Yes.
the grace of God, experience. And again, to all our listeners, talagang stay in that grace, abide, and let that grace flow in the relationships within the church. I know that's our prayer that you will have and you will find yung mga best friends ninyo dito sa church,
Wow.
dito sa Victory
Yeah.
Green Hills, that you would be the one to initiate, risk, really, build intentionally. All right, so it's a very fruitful conversation. Thank you for
Thank you
making
for
time for
inviting
this.
me.
Bilis
Alam ko-
lang, di ba?
Oo. And we hope to hear from you again pagbalik ninyo from another mission field. We'll look back.
Yes.
Praise God for.
Bibisitahin natin sila.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go there.
Yes.
Oh, favorite country namin yan.
Abangan, sundan.
Okay.
So thank you again for listening. Thank you for joining us. We hope you have been inspired and blessed. Please share this sa inyong mga friends in the church and
Yes.
sa mga kakilala nyo na kailangan makarinig nito. Thank you again. God bless you.
God bless.
God bless.
Bye.